York's classic rock, Q1043.
Well, successful actor, television show host, comedian, podcaster, raconteur, impresario.
Testify, baby.
We've got the wonderful, wonderful Adam Ferrara here with us.
How are you?
This
Car
morning.
expert.
This car, well, that fits in with the
yeah.
TV show host.
Yeah. How are you guys?
Okay, because you had to be a car expert to be that TV show host.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't really the expert. I was the guy that wrecked them. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. And we were talking about your Morris Minor.
My husband's Morris Minor.
Oh, okay. So
You've heard
that
of
means
Money
you hear the
Pit Homes?
Yes.
This is the Money Pit car.
Of course it is. What is it, 59?
It's a 59.
Yeah, you're just snow shoveling money into that thing.
I never heard of that car before. What kind of car is
Morris
that?
Minor? It's a English. It's like an English AMC Gremlin. You know, it's like a little.
Oh, it's much cuter than a gremlin.
Not when you got to pay for it.
No.
And you can't tow it, so you got to flatbed it, right?
Why
Right.
can't you tow it?
You can't. You screw up the whole front end. You can't.
Really?
Yeah.
It
I'm
has
sorry,
to
we
be
can't do this.
pampered on the way to
See,
the shop.
See, you know about cars.
I know how to break them.
You know a lot about cars.
I do.
How many seasons did that show run?
6.
Wow.
6.5, something like that. 6. It was great. We had a lot of fun doing that.
Jim has to have
What?
you talk because
Yeah,
his
because he's
mouth
chewing.
is full
Can I
of
tell everybody what
waffle.
happened? We're in commercial, right? And Jim goes, Adam, come with me. Come with me. Shelly doesn't do this. Me and you. Come on, let's go. And I'm like, Jim, I'm not getting high at 7:30 in the morning. Those days are gone, Jimmy. What are we doing? He's like, and he goes, you smell that? You smell it? And I'm thinking to myself, is he having digestive issues? And do I have to diagnose something? I go, and I'm smelling. I'm like, is that cookies? We turn the corner. There's a waffle station here. Like, they're making fresh waffles. So he's like, have one. I said, I don't have a metabolism left. I can't eat this. So what did you get? You got the red velvet waffle, and he's eating right now. That's why I'm talking, so
But
Jim
weren't
can
you
chew.
intermittent fasting? You were doing
I
what
was,
do.
yeah.
And?
I got hungry. I said, that's enough. That's enough. I'm not going to make it. Apparently, I need this to live. What? What? Yeah.
The waffles are good.
Of course they're waffles. Of course they're good. It's like, you know what? I really enjoyed sex. I had no idea I would like how this ended, but I do. And I'd like to do it again. I just need half a sandwich and a nap for about 20 minutes. How's the waffle?
It's really good.
I hate you.
It has,
Did you have?
it has real maple syrup.
And what did you get? You got the whipped cream? Chris, you got the whipped cream?
You speak in the microphone.
Whipped cream and strawberries and syrup. Yeah, I know. I
And
can't.
Shelly,
I can't
Adam
help
was
myself.
just standing there looking at them.
Yeah. I gained 6 pounds smelling them.
I don't know how you have the self-control. I would never be able to.
I've seen me naked, Chris, and from the waist up, I'm not impressed at all. The waist down, though, every move a picture.
Well, as a very successful, well-known,
Yeah.
sending audiences into side-splitting fits of laughter comedian,
Yes.
and as someone who's known Shelley for years, were you aware that in 1984, Shelley wrote a best-selling joke book?
No.
Yes, she did. I have the cover of it up here. I found it on website Biblio. Come on over here and look at my screen.
And look at the price they're selling it for,
At
Adam.
you.
It was published by Stein and Day back in 1984. There's the cover, the thoroughly tasteful, dirty joke book. She was pregnant when they took that.
Is that why your back is turned? You're
Yes.
looking over your shoulder?
Yes.
Why do you look like you were on the TV show Fame? Look at that. You just
That was
you
the
got this
hair at the
Irene
time.
Cara kind of I'm
That-
going to live forever thing going.
well,
Look
that
at you.
that was the look at the time, and look what
Yeah.
it's selling for. Used there.
Look at that.
$61.
Yeah.
Me.
Look
My
at you.
phone.
I mean, none of that money goes into her pocket.
No.
No, it's sort of like my special, my last special. None of it goes in. But that's all right. Good for you. And you wrote that in '84.
Well, actually, our listeners wrote it because I would tell a dirty joke of the day, but it was submitted by listeners.
Oh,
So
okay.
she compiled all of them,
I
got a book contract out of
compiled.
the deal.
Look at you. Look at you. Moving and shaking. Have a waffle. Get her a waffle.
No.
She's doing good.
Was
Not till dinner.
She, you know her.
I know. You're thin as a rail.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah, why
I'm
are you
hating
here?
you right now eating a waffle in front of me. I'm at Governor's tonight, Friday and Saturday. One show tonight, one show tomorrow at Governor's. You'll be home before the snow. It's an early show, so come and see me out on Long Island. I got, I think, Bananas next month. Got a bunch of tour dates on my website. Got my podcast, the Adam Ferrara podcast. You know who I had on?
Who?
I had, the Immediate Family. The band, the Immediate Family. I had them all on for the plug in a documentary.
They are awesome.
Oh, that was a great documentary.
Wasn't it good?
Oh, yeah.
I had Denny Tedesco, who was the director, who also did the Wrecking Crew. So I had them all on.
Yeah, his dad was one of the Wrecking
Tommy
Crew
Tedesco.
people.
He was the guitar player. So I had Russ Kunkel, the drummer. I had Lee Sklar.
Yeah, did he give you the finger?
No, he didn't give me
He
the
gives
finger.
everybody
He
the
gives
finger.
everybody the
Lee
finger.
That's what
did.
he does.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he gave me the finger.
Yeah, Leland Sklar gives
Yeah.
everyone. That's like his way of saying hi.
Yeah.
Or I love you.
Yeah.
He's got a big Santa Claus beard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was great. And Waddy, Wattel, he was great. He's from Long Island.
They made, they're on so many records
Yeah.
that people have at home, and they don't know who they are,
Yeah.
but they're on,
Everything.
Tons.
Waddy told me he came up with the guitar riff for The Edge of 17. That was him. And he's like, because he came in, and I think Jimmy Iovine produced it. He came in, and they played it for him, but it was played in echo. And he's like, I'm not doing that. I'll do this. And he goes, okay, great. So he told me, he's like, when I go on the road with Stevie Nicks now, that's the opening song, and I got to practice for like a week because I got to do it for like 20 minutes before she comes out. So he's sitting there with his wrist trying to do that. God bless him, because I'd be like, hey, put on the top hat. Let's go. This is 20 minutes of this. Come on, let's go.
But it's really amazing because you had the Wrecking Crew who were on so
The
many
60s,
of those
yeah.
awesome hits in the 60s. Then as the 70s rolled around and music was going through significant
singer-songwriter
changes,
phase, yeah.
then we moved into what is now known as the Immediate Family. They were like the successor
Sure.
to the Wrecking Crew.
Yeah, it was great. It was great because that era, that's my wheelhouse. This stuff is. That's why I come to see you. What do you think? I'm here for the waffles? I come to
thought
see
you were
guys.
here for us.
Yes.
And New York's classic rock, of course. But it's like over in England, it was Jimmy Page who played on everything
Yeah.
before anybody knew his.
He didn't
name
need
here.
a crew.
No, just him. It was him and John Paul Jones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was. Those two guys. Those were studio guys. That's
Yeah.
how the whole thing, came together.
So remind our listeners who they performed with, and people have no clue.
Okay, well, I was talking with Jimmy Page for an iHeartRadio Q104.3 broadcast in our old theater.
Okay.
And, they were going to do video. And so, before the show started, before any audience came in, they put us on the stage to get the camera angles, and all that sort of stuff. And, the lights and
Sure.
all of that. So I was sitting there, and Jimmy Page was sitting next to me. And he looked at me and he said, "Can I ask you a question?"
No.
And I said, "Sure." And he said, "What was the first record that you ever bought with your own money?" And I said, "Downtown" by Petula Clark. And he said, "I played on that."
Ha!
And I said, "You did?" He said, "Yeah, I played on almost all of Petula Clark's big hits." I said, "Wow, I never knew that." Then he said, "Let me ask you another question. What was the second record that you ever bought with your own money?" And I said, "Help by the Beatles." And then he paused a bit and said, "I didn't play on that one."
But wasn't he Herman's Hermits?
Oh, John Paul Jones and Jimmy Page, Herman's
So,
Hermits. Yes,
Led Zeppelin.
Listen to
That's
No
crazy.
Milk Today by Herman's Hermits. That's John Paul Jones arranged the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, there was some people said Herman's Hermits were basically Led Zeppelin with Peter Noon singing lead.
Well, Jimmy Page opened for the Monkees.
Jimi Hendrix opened for the Monkees.
Oh, yeah. I said Jimi Hendrix opened for the
Yeah.
Monkees, and The Who opened for Herman's Hermits.
Right, The
on
Who
their
opened
first
for
tour.
Herman's
It's
Hermits.
frightening 12-year-old girls. Just scaring the hell out of 12-year-old girls. It's like waving a waffle at me. That's how... just terrifying these people.
It's 8:16 here at Q104.3. We're with Adam Ferrara. We'll be right back. Adam, one of the things that they can dig up, because there's lots of stuff, is a new CX-30
Oh,
from Empire Mazda.
Yeah, Mazda,
Green
yeah.
Book, yeah.
that's cool. You can also shovel money into a Morris Minor. No shovel.
that
to
would
get
be
that
me.
fixed. Yeah.
So Adam.
Yeah.
So let's see. You're doing a TV pilot we can't talk about.
Thank you.
And-
Thank you. Well, why do I tell him things?
No, you said we can't talk about it.
It's
not that
it.
you're not doing stuff.
Yes.
You know, and,
It's not out there yet.
right, and you're going to be in a movie we can't talk about.
That's
Right.
going to be fun.
You know?
It's all going to be beautiful.
I mean, there are things I realize that we can't talk about.
You know what
yet.
else we can talk
but
about?
I do
we
want
can talk about governors. Come see me
yes,
tonight before
yes,
the snow.
and tomorrow. But I do want everybody to know
Go ahead.
that your career is rolling along with cool stuff happening.
Yeah, it's fun. It's the nice thing is we get to do this stuff. You know, I still get to do. My mother thinks it's a phase, so she's like
phase.
a phase. You know, it's like your cousin still needs help at the cleaners. You could get a counter job. You work the morning shift. It's fine.
Well, you're on Long Island, of course, this weekend, but pretty far away from Mom.
Yeah, my mom's out exit 63.
Yeah.
She's she's
Mount Sinai.
Mount
that
Sinai.
area,
She's
yeah.
way
You're
out.
going to
east.
see Mom, aren't you?
Yeah, I saw her Monday. Her birthday was February 12th, my mother, right?
Oh,
so
nice.
So I picked up my niece and my nephew, drove out. Here's your grandkids. Happy birthday. We had lunch. It was very nice. So yeah, I saw my mother, and she's at that age where women start to dress like Elvis, you know, the big prints. And I don't know what happened to my mother, but that she's dressing like Elvis, and the hip is bad, so she swivels when she walks.
Like Elvis.
Like Elvis, yeah. My mother is Elvis, and that album I found. So you said the first album you
The
bought,
first single.
was Petula Clark. What was
Yeah.
the first album you bought with your money?
You see, my father worked in the record department.
Oh,
but-
okay, so you got
yeah,
everything.
So yeah, everything. But I grew up on 50s and early 60s
Okay.
rock and roll. I would just sit there, you know, with that turntable.
Sure.
And just stack them up.
Then
stack 'em up,
then
and
she put on a pair of Birkenstocks and started listening to Joan Baez. Come
Oh,
on,
all right.
You know.
I love Joan Baez.
I know,
and I love my Birks, made popular again by the Barbie movie.
Okay, that's good. I'm not here
know
to
what
judge you.
happened?
I'm not here to eat a waffle, and I'm not
him.
judging you. What are you yelling at me for?
Oh, I'm yelling at him. He hates my Birks.
He does.
Hates them. He says they're the ugliest shoes.
Are they comfortable?
Those ugly shoes you're wearing.
All right. All right, you guys want to go to commercial and hash this out? My first albums, remember the Columbia Record and Tape Club?
Yes.
Oh, the worst business model in the world. Give us a penny, we'll give you 10 albums, and then we'll do it again because we don't keep records. So what we would do is we would go to the Columbia and Tape Club. So Billy Joel, The Stranger, was in there. The Who, Who's Next, and The Who Are You? I remember that was in. Neil Young, Live Rust was in there. So I had all these albums we would get from the Columbia Record and
Live
Tape Club.
Rust was great.
Yeah.
There was even a movie
Yeah.
of that, Live
Yeah.
Rust.
Yeah, you got to contact High just watching that
Yeah,
movie.
it was awesome.
So what we would go to the Tri-County Flea Market and sell the records, and we would just keep getting them. And then when they wouldn't send them under our address anymore, we'd send them to the neighbor's address, and then hopefully hit the mailman before they came home. And we would that's how we would. And sometimes we made a little bit of money.
You made a profit.
Yeah.
Off the backs of the Columbia Record Club.
Sure. What? I'm not writing joke books in the '80s. I don't have an annuity. Yes, I got to hustle, baby. This is what a bad businessman I was. We made a little bit of money, but sometimes if we could trade for fireworks, that was even better. Because they couldn't have fireworks. You couldn't have them on Long Island. So there was the code word. Well, you walk around going, "Is this all you got? Is there anything else I should know about?"
You went to for M80 dealers.
Cherry bombs were good, and then
Cherry bombs,
actually,
yeah.
it was Bottle Rockets was my favorite because we had a wiffle ball bat. Remember the yellow wiffle ball bats?
Oh, yeah.
And the hole in the bottom of it, you put a bottle rocket in there, you light it, and it's like a bazooka. So you could aim it at the neighbors.
Well, I remember
Adam, you did not just
we
say
used,
that.
we used to go down by this riverbank and stick the firecrackers in the mud.
Yeah.
And then light the fuse.
Sure.
And run away, and in the mud it would create gigantic mud craters.
Yeah. It's poof, and
Yeah.
that was great.
We shouldn't be talking about this.
All right, let's move on.
Okay, so you're performing tonight
At Governor's.
tomorrow night.
Tonight and tomorrow night at Governor's on Long Island. Strong Island, baby. Come see me. I'll make you laugh.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be good.
One show?
One show tonight, one show tomorrow.
Okay, what time?
I believe tonight's 7, and I think tomorrow's 8.
And your website?
Website, AdamFerrara.com for all my tour dates. I know I got Bananas in Jersey next month. A couple of theaters in there I'm kind of forgetting. And my podcast, the Adam Ferrara Podcast,
Yes.
30 minutes you'll never get back.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun.
All right, and
What do we do? You want another waffle?
no, I took you down there because I thought you would.
I
enjoy
would.
one.
If I'm going to throw it all away, let's say you just like the world gets enough to you. I've had enough. I need to eat. I would breakfast. I think.
Okay, I should mention that it was Hampton by Hilton.
Yeah.
You know, they make the waffles in the morning.
Oh.
They're in the hotel.
Oh.
You know, you've probably seen their commercials on TV.
Yeah.
You know, so that's who they are.
Okay.
That came up with all those waffles.
And did you taste
Freshly
the red velvet?
baked by Belgian waffles. Did you like it, Chris?
Yeah, mine was delicious.
Did you? Was it red? It was red velvet.
Yeah.
Was
I
there
think
any-
they're only making red velvet. At
So
least that's all that was there when we stopped by.
Was there a red velvet taste to it, or was it just like you can call it anything you want?
mean-
It's a waffle.
Yeah, it tasted like red velvet.
Mm-hmm.
You're
I
being so-
I also covered it in syrup, strawberries, and whipped cream. So
So there
I
was
tasted just a whole lot of sugar.
Adam, you're being such a voyeur about
Okay.
this.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Well,
like, what did it taste like?
Yes.
Describe the
Help
taste.
slower, Chris.
Tell me.
Slower. Help a brother out.
now
Whipped cream and
That's
syrup.
right.
What kind of syrup was that you poured
What
on
did
the
you
top
put
of
on? Was it maple?
Maple syrup.
Maple, blueberry. How about blueberry? Put your blueberry on it.
Okay, just one quick last thing, a stupid question
Go
from
ahead.
your pal Jim.
Go ahead.
Okay, because when I went through all those different things that you are, when I introduced you,
Yes.
I forgot to say writer. But, and of course you write because
Yes.
you write your bits and
Sure.
you write your jokes. And I imagine they spontaneously come into your head. You could be walking down the street or reading the newspaper or having a, cup of coffee or something. And it goes into your head. How do you keep it there without forgetting?
You don't drink in the morning, Jim. That's well.
The reason I ask this is because sometimes
Yeah.
I'll go downstairs and have a breath of fresh air
Right.
at like 7:23 in the morning.
Okay.
And I'll go, oh, I know just what we're going to do at 7:40. This is going to be great. And then I get in the elevator and I come back up here and it's gone.
Oh, I do. That happens to me too. Yeah, I get that. The bits I can remember. That other stuff, it's like because that's important to me. So like the rhythm of the audience and stuff. It's like I will tell you this. I'll remember it when I need it. But if I need to do it off stage or out of context, I can't. It's like lyrics when you get people sing. Rod Stewart, he sings that song every friggin' night.
Right.
He ain't gonna forget that. And for $100 million, Rod got $100 million for the catalog.
Yeah.
Is it price per song? Because I'd give you a lot of money for Hot Legs and Stay With Me, Maggie May. All right, but you throw it in if you
What
want my
about-
body. Do you think I'm sexy? I ain't paying for that. I'm not paying for that one. I want that as a bonus.
It's Adam Ferrara. Thank you so much. Governors tomorrow and Saturday on Long Island.
Tonight and Saturday.
No,
Thank you.
tonight and Saturday.
See,
I
that's
said
what the
tomorrow and
waffle-
Saturday.
That's
What are you, in
the
an
wa-
elevator?
He's in waffle fog.
Tomorrow and Saturday.
He's
Waffle fog.
Him and Chris, I could see it. on
Tomorrow
their
and
faces.
Saturday are the same day.
That's true.
They are. Tonight and tomorrow night at Governor's. All right.
Staten Island.
No,
Waffle.
Long Island.
Long
Long
Island.
You didn't even
Yeah,
have
that's
the
what
waffle
you-
jelly. You didn't even
You've
have
got
one.
a contact
minute.
waffle
Yeah, I was
fog.
talking about the snow.
Yeah.
They're not going. They're getting less than an inch.
Good.
On Long Island.
Yeah.
Less than
You
an
know
hour.
what? Come. You should walk. That's how nice it's going to be. Come and see me.
Okay, it's
New York's classic rock. Q1043.